Good evening, world. This is part one. This is going to be another video. I'm going to be continuing my Lord of the Rings read-along. I'll be finishing off chapter 6, which is the Old Forest. So, J.R.R. Tolkien pretty much what? J.R.R. Tolkien pretty much talked about what? The Hobbit's journey through the rough journey through the Old Forest. They wake up at Frodo's house. They pass through the tunnel. He describes their journey when they walk, they camp, all that stuff. Merry talks about the legends of the forest, how there's wolves, goblins, how some of the trees move. Obviously, right? The symbol of that, Merry was right when he said there's legends of the trees that move, as in Two Towers, you meet Treebeard and all the Ents, right? You meet his wife, you meet him, and you meet the Ents in Two Towers, obviously. Right? And then pretty much they end up crossing through the windy, what's it called? The Withywindle River. They see Withywindle, whatever. As Merry says, we shouldn't take that path. They take another path, and they end up arriving to the river of Withywindle, and they continue their journey, obviously. And that leads, and later on when I read the rest of this chapter, it leads to what? Them meeting Tom Bombadil. So Tom Bombadil lives like in the middle of the forest, whatever it is. He lives beyond the forest, whatever it is, Tom Bombadil. And you meet his hot wife, Goldberry, whatever it is. It's either his wife or his daughter, I don't remember. I believe she's a beautiful woman. She's very beautiful. And it's his daughter or his wife, I don't remember. I think it's his wife, Goldberry. Either his wife or his daughter, I don't remember, man. All I know that her name was Goldberry. I remember that. And after the Old Forest, after Tom Bombadil, I believe they go through the Barrow Downs. Frodo and them go through the Barrow Downs, I believe. I think that's a chapter 2 after that. And after that, they arrive to Bree at the Prancing Pony. And that's where they meet Aragorn and the manager at the end, obviously. We're looking at what? A very interesting discussion. But I know you guys like it better when I babble on, because it's more interesting when I babble on, obviously. Hence why from now on, I'm only gonna read like 5 pages per video. Whereas before I used to read like 10 plus pages. It's too much. But now I want to read a good 5 pages at a time. That way, even though my Lord of the Rings series is interesting and you're getting the gist of the story, all you Lord of the Rings fans love when I read Lord of the Rings. It's obviously more interesting when I babble on. You know what I mean, right? It's more interesting when I babble on. Right? As usual, after I finish this video, I will take a shower. And I will walk to the store and get a pack of smokes. I get my check in a few days from now. I get my check in 3 days from now. Today's the 27th. So I get my check 3 days from now. And I have enough for a couple more days for smokes. And I'll run out of money, and I get my last check on September 30th. And that check that I get, I'm going to cherish it, because it's my last check, my last welfare check. I'm going to go get beer, food, smokes, watch my YouTube videos, watch games, watch movies. There's a good chance I'm gonna finish the Loki season. I don't know if you guys have seen the Loki season on the Loki show on Disney Plus. I only saw a couple episodes of that. I'm gonna finish that season. I'm also gonna watch other movies. Shang-Li, Legend of Ten Rings, I want to watch. It's going on its 4th week, I believe. There's a good chance I might check out that movie. Shang-Li, Legend of Ten Rings. Eternals is coming out soon too. You also have Matrix Resurrections that's coming out in December this year, obviously. So while I pay the fee, I'll be watching Matrix Resurrections. I told you, October, this late October, after I make that Swimming the Sharks video, you have 1 video left, my miscellaneous series, which is my final analysis. I'll talk about my life. And once I make that video, I'm going to officially say this. This is it for Ivan Omer. I'm officially peacing out for good. I hope you will enjoy this series. I hope you guys learn from your evil and your wickedness. I hope I entertain you guys. This is Ivan Omer. I'm officially signing out. Peace. When I say I'm officially signing out, peace, I really mean it. I'm officially signing out on this channel, on this Sabotage Stupid YouTube channel. And once I'm king, I am never making any videos on my Sabotage channel ever again. You'll see me in the doc. You'll see me in my movies. You'll see me do my ad shoots. You'll see me famous behind the scenes with the constant trends of me and my wife online. But that's the only connection you're going to get to me, as me and my wife are not making any videos on our Sabotage channel. Because you chose to cause chaos and horror and mess in our lives, I'm also going to cause chaos and mess in your lives. When me and my wife are king and queen, you're not saved. and you're left behind, you're abandoned by God, man. Such a very feeling that you guys are going to cry, man. You're going to cry tears because you're looking at international crazy fame for me and my wife's movie. Crazy fame for the books, crazy worldwide fame for the books. Fantasy Red will be exploding. You know what I'm saying? Lord of the Rings will all be exploding. Once the whole world reads my book, the whole world will be exploding with my book because you're looking at the best fantasy novel ever written. Fantasy Red will be exploding. Lord of the Rings Red will be exploding. And you guys are going to feel abandoned. The whole world's going to be talking about my book and coding. So I'm gonna constantly be bothered by fans for pictures and autographs. So all the people who bought the print, they're gonna want me to sign their book. Obviously, they're gonna want VJ because she's my special wife. They're gonna want her to sign the book, even though VJ didn't write it. Victoria Justice, they're gonna want VJ to sign the book, obviously, as well as me. So you're looking at constant trending pictures and videos of that, and a lot of fans are gonna ask me for pictures, man, because I'm gonna be a famous author, man. It looks like crazy. I'm gonna be a famous author, and then once I start the process for Last of Us 8, is when me and my wife start Sky Stars. Me and my wife are gonna be famous movie stars, bigger movie stars than all these Hollywood celebrities. Because Sky Stars, you're looking at a bigger company than all these Hollywood companies. It's me and my wife are gonna be bigger movie stars than all these Hollywood celebrities. Those actors chosen for Zayans are gonna be bigger movie stars than all these Hollywood celebrities. Obviously, as Last of Us 8, you're looking at a better quality movie than all these Hollywood movies that are going to be filmed. You're looking at $970 million towards the movie, obviously. Right. So I'll tell my wife. Whenever I see my wife in Los Angeles, when we travel to Vancouver, me and my wife are going to have to transfer. Like, I don't know, we have $9 billion in our bank, $9.5 billion in our bank. Me and my wife are going to have to transfer $970 million to our. We have to create a business account. So we have to go to the bank, Scotiabank, and say, hey, look, we want to create a business account. We register our business account, obviously, and then we transfer $970 million towards our business account. And that will be used to fund the Last of Us movie. But even though I'm putting $970 million towards the movie, like the money I'm going to use towards the building and the office, I'll pay with my personal account for that. That way I have more money towards the movie. So instead of me using some of the money for the $970 budget to build the office, I'll save that money and me and my wife can use our personal money for that. So I'll put $970 million towards the movie. Hence, I'm going to go a bit over $1 billion for the movie, obviously, because I'm putting $10 million towards the building for the special effects team, which is not a part of the budget. So I want to save those money as I can for the movie. Hence, the $10 million me and my wife can pay with our personal account for the building. The $5 million we can pay with our personal account for the office. The $600,000 towards the payment system, super advanced payment system. Me and my wife can pay with our personal account for that. That's part of the $5 million. The $1 million towards the computer core, me and my wife can pay with our personal account. And the remaining amount of money in the $5 million, that's used. You have to pay their engineers their salary, which is like to pay them a nice $2,000, the engineers, and you have to also renovate your office. $5 million is more than enough towards renovation for a small office, so only like for a small office. And I'm putting $10 million towards the building for the special effects team, and that me and my wife can pay with our personal account. So technically speaking, me and my wife are going a bit over $1 billion, because if I end up hiring Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, the bonus that I'm paying them, I'm paying from my personal account. I'm not paying through the budget. No. Going to affect the budget. I'm going to pay them their yearly salary for the 4 years. That's through the budget, but the bonuses I have to pay them out of my own pocket. And if I end up hiring a director like George Lucas or Peter Jackson, the $40 million I'm paying them has to be out of my own pocket. Obviously, I have to pay them out of my pocket. As me and my wife are going to go a bit over $1 billion. I'll go a bit over $1 billion, over $1 billion, which is all good because me and my wife are going to make our money back. We're going to make $3.7 billion off the movies and posters. So we're going to make our money back, obviously. As long as you price your series well, which I will. I'll price my series for a good $200. And it's me and my wife are going to make our money either way. And Amazon doesn't have to invest any money. They get free money. The Amazon doesn't have to invest a dime. As the shipping costs for the movies is all taken care of, the buyer has to pay a fee for the shipping costs. Obviously, Amazon shipping fees for all the movies is all taken care of because Amazon charges you a shipping fee whenever you buy products on their site. Amazon doesn't have to pay a dime. Hence, why they're not worth any more than 40% of the royalties. because I'm the one, me and my wife are the one investing the money. You're not investing any money, hence why you're not getting any more than 40%. Amazon gets a flat 40%. Ivan and VJ get a flat 60% of all the profits. That's how it works. So me and my wife are gonna have to start. So I won't register for my business account until I fly George Lucas down to Vancouver. George Lucas, I'm gonna have to fly him down to Vancouver, and once I fly down to Vancouver, he's gonna be helping me and my wife through the whole process. Okay, George Lucas, what do we need to do? I want to start my own film entertainment company. What do I need to do? Okay, Ivan, you're gonna need to go to the bank and register for a business account. So I'm gonna go to the bank and register for a business account. You're gonna have to put, because me and my wife don't need to take a loan from the bank. Me and my wife can easily fund the movie ourselves. I'm gonna transfer $70 million towards the movie project, and it's gonna be split. So $10 million goes towards the doc. 10 million. I can put a bit more. I can put 980. I might put a bit more just in case. I'll put like 980 just in case. Put a good 980 just in case for extra money. Actually, no, 970 is good enough. I'll put 970 million towards the movie. So 10 million towards the doc, 410 million towards salaries, obviously, and 550 going towards the movie. So the special effects, costumes, weapons, clothing, extras, flights, food. You know what I'm saying? The luxury hotel party, the $2,000 gift card, that's all funded through the 550. Whereas 410 is everything that's all going towards salaries. So paying your actors, paying all your crewmen, paying your photographers, paying your head chefs, that's all towards the 410 numbers. And by the time I pay everyone, the whole budget will pretty much be. There's a good chance I'll have a good, I don't know, I might have a good 10 million left from the salary budget. And I might have a good maybe 10, because the budget's so big, after funding everything, there's a good chance I might even have a good $20 million left over for the movie budget. From the 550, I might have a good $20 million left over, and a good like 10 million left over from the salary budget, obviously. And but that money I'm gonna have to save, because I have to for the luxury hotel party, I have to fly everyone back to Switzerland, and that costs us money. Hence, you need to save some of the money, obviously. And there's a good chance there will be some money left over. There is money left over. I'm going to have to save some of that, because I'm going to have to I'm going to have to fly all the actors and crewmen to Switzerland for the red carpet. That costs. The hotel party is already paid for the first year. We might make the calls. But to fly everyone, you have to pay for their flights too, which will cost a lot of money. It costs a couple $100, I don't know, 500 grand to fly 1,500 people privately to Switzerland, as well as fly them back home. And it costs us money, obviously. So George Lucas will be helping me and my wife for the 2 months. So the first thing we're going to do when me and my wife go to Vancouver, we're going to make plans to build the $100 million. That's the first thing I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is the first thing we have to do is we have to register. I have to register for what? Because I live in Quebec, I'm going to have to register for a BC license card. You just go there and you pay a fee, and I get my my Vancouver license card. Victoria Justice is going to have to register for a Canadian BC license card. She's American, obviously, right? She has to register for that. She has to register for a Canadian card. She doesn't need to get a Canadian passport because she has her own American passport. But VJ needs to register for a Canadian bank card. The bank will gladly give her her Canadian card as long as she pays a foreign fee for it. So either you wait until you're a Canadian citizen, which is like 5 years, or you just pay a foreign fee and you get the card. So VJ will have to pay a foreign fee to get the card, obviously. To get her Canadian card and visa. Me and wife don't even need a visa because we have billions in our account. Technically speaking, we don't need a visa, but just in case, it's always good to get a visa. So I'm gonna register for my visa. I'll put a good, I don't know, for me and wife's visa, we can put a good $10-20 million in the visa. That's enough. Because we have billions in our account, the bank will gladly put millions in our visa, obviously, because we have a lot of money. I'll put a good $10-20 million in my visa. Then VJ can have a good $10-20 million in her visa. And we'll register for our me and my wife will barely be using the visa. Hence why I don't think me and my wife even need a visa. But just in case you need to order a visa, me and my wife can get a visa and our bank card. So I have to register for in a new branch because I now live in Vancouver. I'm with Scotiabank in Canada, but I have to register for a new branch because I'm moving to a different city. So I have to register at a new branch, get my new bank card and my visa. Victoria Justice is going to have to register for her Canadian bank card and her visa, but she's gonna have to pay a foreign fee for it because she's not Canadian, obviously. Foreign fees are good, like, I don't know, $1,000 a month. It's like $1,000, $2,000. It's very expensive. It's like $1,000, $2,000 a month, man. It's very expensive. Because me and my wife are billionaires, we can easily pay for it, obviously. That's the first thing me and VJ have to do. Obviously, get our license. We're just gonna have to get a Canadian license, all that. So that's all It's very annoying document stuff, which is really annoying. But if VJ wants to drive a car in Canada, she has to obviously get what? Her Canadian license, obviously. All you have to do is like just pay some one-time fee and you get your Canadian license. Because VJ already has her license. I don't have my license, but there's a good chance when I pay this fee, I'm gonna finish my license. I'm almost done. I'll finish my license when I pay this fee. Once that's done, when I move to BC, I'm gonna have to get a Vancouver, BC, British Columbia license card. Because right now I have my learner's driver's license, but it's a Quebec driver's license. And I need to get a Vancouver, British Columbia license to drive in Vancouver, obviously, which you just pay a one-time fee at the license center, whatever it is. And then once that's taken care of, me and my wife are gonna have to find a real estate agent. It's interesting when I talk about my personal life, huh? Yeah. You better fucking enjoy it serious while you can, because once I'm king, I'm piece of fuck up. I'm making more reels for you. Because I know you guys get excited when I talk about Sky Source. Oh my god, even though Ivan's piecing out, it's fucking cool. Him and his wife are gonna start Sky Source. They're gonna make movies for us. Yeah, man. That's how fucking nice I'm. After you cause this mess, you don't even talk to me in public eye and you kill me, I'm so nice to make fucking big budget movies for you. And you're looking at the best story ever told for Last of Rosanas, based on my famous fantasy novel, right? So once we register, once all the documents are taken care of, which is really fucking annoying. For me, it won't be bad because the only thing I have to do is register for my Vancouver license card and register at a new branch. Because I'm a Canadian citizen, it's very simple for me. I just gotta register at a new branch. Whereas VJ, because she's American, she has to what? She's gonna have to do some documentations. To get her card won't be difficult. All she has to do is just pay for some foreign fee. But to get her license is gonna be very annoying. She has to sign all these documents and all that stuff. Because VJ is American, she's not Canadian. So to get her Canadian license, she has to do all these documents, which is fucking annoying, obviously. I might hire someone to do all that for me. I'll hire someone to do all the documents. Hire someone, pay him a nice $2,000, have him help you with all the documents. Like, hey, look, man, my wife's American. I need you to help me. I need you to help me with all these documents for a license. All she has to do is just get her Canadian license. Her bank card, she has to pay for it. I need your help with all that stuff. Hire someone to help you with all the documents. That way, it's me and my wife don't have to worry about that. And then once the documents are taken care of, I'm going to call up George Lucas. He has to pay for his own flights. It only costs him a good, I don't know, $1,200 for the flight, which he can easily afford because he's a billionaire. I'll fly him down to, he flies down to Vancouver. I'll have him stay at a hotel. I'll pay him his $30,000 bonus for the 2 months. And George Lucas will be helping me and my wife plan Sky Source, our Sky Source Entertainment company, obviously, which will be based in Canada and will be based in Vancouver. I want Sky Source to be in Vancouver. I don't want to live in the States. Yes, I could easily move to the States. I can easily compete with Hollywood even more because I'm paying the actors American. I told you I don't want to live in America, as America's too fucking crowded. And Canada's a more beautiful country than the States. And Vancouver is ranked one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's more beautiful than New York and even Los Angeles. Los Angeles is pretty filthy. Los Angeles, you have bums sleeping in tents and all that stuff on the side of the road. We don't have any of that in Vancouver, man. That's why I don't want to live in Los Angeles. And plus, Los Angeles is where all the celebrities live and all the paparazzis are. That's why I prefer to live in Vancouver, obviously. Right? 19 minutes here. So once me and my wife settle in Vancouver, once all the documents are taken care of, the license, get the bank cards, all that stuff, I'll hire George Lucas, pay him $3,000. He's going to be helping me through the process of starting Sky. Okay, George, I need your help. I want to start my Sky Entertainment, my film entertainment company. You started your own Lucasfilm company in Hollywood. What do I need to do? How many departments are there for the special effects team? Okay, Ivan, the first thing you need to do, you need to go to the bank. You need to register for a business account. Obviously, so me and my wife are going to go to the bank. We're going to register for our business account. You have to transfer how much money you want to put in. How much money do you want? Hey, Ivan, how much money do you want to put towards? Because he's going to ask you, Ivan, do you want to take a loan or do you want to fund the movie yourself? Okay, no, George, I want to fund the movie myself. Me and my wife don't need to take a loan. Me and my wife can easily fund it. So, okay, how much money do you want to put towards your Last of Us adaptation project? Okay, George, I want to put $9 million towards my Last of Us adaptation. So you transfer $9 million from your wife's personal account. You put that into our business account. Okay, Ivan, if you want to have your own office, you're gonna have to build your own office. It's me and my wife. We're gonna have to find land. Because I want to build my office from scratch. I'm not gonna find leasing space for my office. No, it's better if me and my wife build it from scratch. The building for the special effects team, I'll build it from scratch. And my office, I'll build it from scratch the way I want it. It's much easier. Okay, Ivan, you're gonna have to find land to build your what? And there's a good chance my office might not even be downtown, man. Because it's hard to find land downtown. And there's a good chance my office might be outside, might not even be downtown, obviously. And my condo, I want it to be downtown. My condo, I want it to be built downtown. Me and my wife are gonna have to find a real estate agent to find us a roof where we can build our condo on top of the roof. The real estate agent will easily find a building for us. I'll tell the real estate agent, look, tell the owner of the building we're willing to pay them a multi-million-dollar fee to build the rooftop condo on top of the roof, obviously, which we will find. Me and my wife will find a building to build the condo on top of the roof in downtown Vancouver, overlooking all of Vancouver. That's fucking nice, obviously. I want a nice high view of all of Vancouver, overlooking Vancouver. It looks top notch. I was looking at something unheard of for my condo. Remember how I told you about Tony Stark's? And remember what I told you about Tony Stark's in Iron Man? Where you're looking at a condo like that, man, something high tech, man. As I'm not a fan of building a mansion, because it's just me and my wife, I'm not a fan of living in a mansion. I'm not a fan of living in a huge house. No, I want my own condo, like a penthouse. A penthouse is pretty much what, a penthouse is like a big condo, pretty much. I want to own my own like nice big condo. So it's not a house, it's a condo, but it's a big condo. I have my living room, my kitchen, my terrace, my pool room, my room upstairs, my private IMAX theater room. And I have my bathroom upstairs, and that's it. So it's not the biggest condo, but it's high to luxury quality. You also have my luxury garage. This is top notch. And you're looking at something very high tech, obviously. Right. So once me and my wife register for our bank card and all that stuff, and we make plans for a $100 million condo, buying the jet and the yacht we can buy right away. Me and my wife can go jet shopping, we can go yacht shopping, we can make plans for the $100 million condo. Once we register for our cards, obviously at the bank, and the documents are taken care of, we can do that. And then while that's going on, George Lucas will be flown to Vancouver and will be helping us with the business side of things. So he will tell me, hey, Ivan, okay, you're going to need to register for your business card, a business account. Me and my wife are going to register for our business account. We're going to tell the bank, okay, we want to start our own film entertainment company. We want to register for our business account. And then once we register for our business account, we transfer $970 million towards the movie project. Obviously, and George Lucas is going to tell me, hey, Ivan, okay, if you need to build your own, you need to find land. So me and my wife are going to have to find land, obviously. We're going to have to purchase land. Obviously. We're going to have to find land. So there's a good chance our office won't be downtown, because it's very hard to find land in downtown Vancouver. If we can find land in downtown Vancouver, that's good, obviously. But it's a good chance our office might not even be downtown. It might be outside downtown, obviously. Which is all good, isn't it? Our office doesn't have to be downtown. It's all good. But me and my wife are going to have to find land. We're going to have to I only need a good, like, I don't know, for the building. Me and my wife only need to purchase a good, like, I don't know, like 1 acre, 2 acres of land, which is not expensive. 2 acres of land is more than enough for the building. Purchase a good 2 acres of land, because an acre of land is like a football field. It's huge. So me and my wife only need to purchase a good, like, I don't know, 1.5, 2 acres of land. So George Lucas will be helping me and my wife find land, obviously. And once we purchase the land, we're gonna have to hire architects. We're gonna have to discuss how we want our office to look like for the 7th team. Again, the office and building will take a good year to build. So all the $100 million condos is getting built. The office building, and the building for the special effects team will be getting built too, obviously. You know how you have those game companies like Ubisoft, all those companies. I'm saying, you know how you see behind the scenes of when they make games. You see all the game designers working in this top-notch building, doing all the special effects. You're looking at something like that for my Skyscraper company. You're looking at a top-notch building, going special effects team. I'm gonna ask George Lucas gonna tell me, I'm okay. You want to have a 7 team. You want to keep your company simple. I'm not a fan of hiring 20 people. No, you're just wasting money. I only need 7 people who are going to what? They're gonna be my bosses. Obviously, they're gonna be making all the business calls. Me and my wife are gonna have to hire architects, make plans for building that luxury building. For me, my wife, and the 7 team. George Lucas will be helping me with all that. Obviously, you're looking at a top-notch luxury office. Me and my wife are gonna have to discuss what design we want for the office. We're going to have to hire engineers to design our super advanced payment system, $600,000 payment system to pay the crew and the actors and the extras, as well as putting $1 million towards equipment, as well as renovating the building office. You need to hire a construction company to build your office. And I'm going to ask George Lucas, okay, how much departments will I need for the special effects team? You're probably looking at a good 20 to like 30, 40 team of people for the special effects team. Probably a good 20 people is enough. You're probably looking at, I don't know, 25 team for the special effects team. George Lucas will tell me how many departments I need. And he's going, Ivan, you're going to need to build the building for your special effects team to work. So I'll put $10 million. I'll take $10 million out of my own pocket, and I'll put that $10 million towards building the building for the special effects team, obviously. And once that's all taken care of, George Lucas will be helping me with what? Okay, Ivan, you're going to have to hire a lawyer to trademark your Skysource Entertainment brand name, as I want my company to be called Skysource Entertainment. George Lucas will also be helping me with the logo design. Okay, Ivan, you're going to need to design your own logo. I'll give the guy, I'll put out an ad for a guy, what? I'll put out an ad for a guy who designed the logo for what? Who designed the logo for one of the big 5 companies, and then that will what? He will be designing my what? My Skysource, me and my wife's Skysource Entertainment company logo. You're looking at something like Paramount. I want it to be something like Paramount. You know how you have a sky? I want it to be something like Paramount, and it says Skysource Entertainment, and I'm thinking of, you have an image of a man and a woman touching, and as soon as they touch, you get this glowing effect. So you have the sky in the background, and you have this man and woman, they walk, and as soon as they touch, you get this green-blue glowing effect. And it says Skysource Entertainment, that Canadian film company. That's my idea. It looks something top-notch. As my company will look bigger than all these Hollywood companies, because it's going to be the best branding in business, obviously. Right? And then George Lucas say, Ivan, okay, Ivan, if you want to have a documentary, you're going to have to put out ads for your doc team. He'll be helping me out with that. You have to put out ads for your doc team. So me and my wife are going to have to hire an ad company to put out ads in Hollywood with a doc team. And don't forget, a doc team will be filming the process of the 2 months, as I want someone filming the process of the 2 months when me and my wife start Skysource. I think it's cool. That way you world can know what it was like when Ivan and VJ first started Skysource. And that's why I'm going to hire someone to film me and my wife when we start Skysource, obviously. And you guys can see the future. You already know how top-notch of a film entertainment company me and my wife are going to own. You're looking at a top-notch company, man. You're looking at a company better than all these Hollywood companies, man. You're looking at a top-notch company. So me and my wife are going to have to put out ads for the doc team, the 7 team, the photographers, the web designer, and the graphic designers. And the head chefs, I can put the ads up for them. The head chefs, I'll put the ads up for them when we're in the office and we're starting work. You don't have to put out the ads for the head chefs during the 2 months. No, the head chefs, we can put out the ads when we're hard at work in the office the first year. Where for those 2 months, I'm going to put out the ads for the doc team, the logo designer to design my logo brand. Me and my wife are also going to have to hire lawyers to trademark our Skysource name. That way no one can copyright. It's copyrighted, obviously. That's when the movie starts, you're going to get that copyright claim, obviously. As my company, you have to trademark your company name, obviously. You hire lawyers to trademark their Skysource brand name. Again, because me and my wife are rich, we can hire the best lawyers. Pay them a nice, $150,000 to trademark your Skysource name. Me and my wife can easily afford to hire the best lawyers to trademark our Skysource brand name. And then we'll be putting out the ads for the what? For the 7 team. Again, I can easily hire 20 people. The moment you do that, you're just wasting money. As 20 people, it becomes crazy. No, man, 7 people is more than enough. Worst comes to worst, if the 7 team needs help, I can hire 2 assistants. I can hire 1 assistant secretary, pay her $300,000 a year to help out the secondaries. I can hire 1 assistant business person to help out the 5. if I want to, and pay them $300 grand a year if I want to. So worst comes to worst, I could have 9 team. If the 7 team really needs help, and I need help, I will hire an assistant to help. But there's a good chance they won't need help. As 7 people is more than enough. They can easily make all the business calls. As long as you put money into an advanced computer system where it's easy for them with the callbacks, where they save best coding for cameras, all that stuff, and it pops up on the screen, 7 people can easily get it accomplished. The only reason why in Hollywood they have so much people is because Hollywood, they do like 6 movies at a time, and you have to hire a shitload of people. And Hollywood, they're very lazy. They don't want to put in the work. But if you put in the work, 7 people is more than enough. Hence why I'm going to tell George Lucas, look, I want my company to be simple. I don't want to hire like 30 people. No, man. 7 people is more than enough. Obviously. So while my nice kick-ass, me and my wife's nice kick-ass luxury office is getting built, and the building for the special effects team is getting built, and my $100 million route.com is getting built, me and my wife bought our jet. We bought our yacht within those 2 months. Obviously, we went clothes shopping. We bought our clothes. Me and my wife will be staying in a luxury hotel for the 2 months while the route.com is in the process of getting built. And during those 2 months, George Lucas will be helping us. I already mentioned what George Lucas will be helping my wife with, obviously. Yeah. So once I put out the ads for the 7 team, I only want the members of the 7 team to be people who worked for the big 5 companies. A doc team, I only want a doc team who worked in Hollywood. There's a good chance I'm going to hire the people who did Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I might hire them to work for my company. Because Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I believe, ended. The show ended, hence there's a good chance I'll hire those cameramen to work for my company, obviously. I'll hire those cameramen, pay them a nice $50,000 for the 4 years, and their feeding and their living is taken care of through the doc budget. And I'm putting $10 million towards a doc. Hence why you're looking at it, the best documentary ever. As no documentary was made for $10 million to my recollection. Most documentaries are Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They probably only put a good like $1 million towards the footage and all that stuff. Whereas me, I'm putting $10 million. My documentary is going to be so advanced. I'm actually going to have special effects in the documentary too. Because I'm putting $10 million towards the movie, there's going to be a couple million left over. I'm going to put that money towards special effects. As you're looking at even special effects for my documentary, that's something top notch. $10 million I'm putting towards it. Right? For salaries, for their feeding and living, the cameraman's feeding and living, as well as putting money towards special effects and editing and all that stuff. You know, I don't need to hire 1 or 2 editors. 1 editor should be enough. Pay him a nice $400,000 to edit the doc. All I need is cameraman and an editor, and that's it. You don't need interviews. All you have to do, all the cameraman has to do is just ask them a question and they just talk. Like in movies, I don't need an interview. You just have the cameraman, they ask them a question and then the actors talk. It's easy like that. You don't have to hire interviews. You're looking at a top-notch documentary, man. Let's show my camera here.